I left it in studio mode. Hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 38 of Pendragon Anarchy. Boy, I'm sorry. I'm your host. I'm your MC. I'm your game master. I'm EricVulgaris. He or they pronouns, and yeah, I'm excited to play. Colin already had a spiel, so let's go to Jim. Colin, say
thanks.
it
afterwards. Yeah, I've got some questions out there for our YouTubers. I've got a mustache problem that I need some grooming tips for it. It's really long, and yeah, if you just hit me up in the comments, that'd be great.
Thank you, Jim. Colin, what are you up to?
Nothing. No, I am definitely used to having a mustache this long. Definitely was going to ask people, crowdsource my questions about mustache grooming. None of that was gonna happen. So I'm great, apparently.
Yeah. Wild. No.
That was a sneaky one on me.
Not expecting it. Jim, out of the gate. Right. Just starts clocking him, working the body.
That's 503. We're setting the tone for year 503. Okay.
Well, I don't know. We're in 502, so that'd be weird.
Oh.
I'm gonna skip a whole year.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Wow. Yeah.
No.
Last year was 501.
I am going to look at your Pendragon playlist.
This year is 502. 100%.
Fuck. All right. Can't handle mustaches. Can't handle counting.
Look, after last week, what is time? What is this whole year? What is time? Okay.
What is time?
All right. I actually do have a quote for us this year to start it off. It's by my boy, my poet, Dylan Thomas. And they shall have stars at elbow and foot, though they go mad, they shall be sane. Though they sink through the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not, and death shall have no dominion. It's a stanza from Death Shall Have No Dominion. It's one of my favorite poems. I get to bring it out this year as a little foreshadowing. Erwin, I have a matter of manners to talk to you about that I forgot to tell you.
Oh yeah, what do you
got? So you are waking up one day, having a good old time, and you wake up a little early maybe, and you hear some scuffling in front of your door and your manor, and you open it before your servants or anyone can get to it, and there is a stray orange tabby cat in front of you, holding in its neck the jaws of that lazy ass rooster. You've earned a lucky cat.
Hey, sweet. He's back. Lucky cat's back.
Another lucky cat. Hell yeah.
Yep, lucky cat.
Cat is back.
That's I like the idea that it's a completely different cat though.
Right.
That it's literally different colors, everything, but somehow it has the same personality as the other cat.
Yeah. Killed that rooster. Already my best friend.
Yep. So like it's this beautiful little orange cat, blood coming out of its mouth as it's cracking down on this rooster, and you just can't help but kind of just do that TV show intro if you just kind of laugh and do the shucks thing. And
in 10 years since my other lucky cat died.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. All right.
And hey, let's say Lord of Winterborn Gunnet. You're being rated.
Of course I am.
So you are being rated. It is very obvious who is rating you too, because they have announced themselves. They are Sir Minddog of Thornbrush Castle. A new lackey. You're like, was he a squire? You're like, you don't really remember. But
is this the same Minddog? This is Uncle Minddog.
Okay. No. Different. This guy is 18. You can tell by his vigor and his pep and his drunkenness. He is here ready to rock and roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's interesting that raiders are now announcing themselves. I remember early in the Anarchy. Well, I guess that'd be 2 years ago. It was like
they wear the black.
Wear the black or wearing no livery.
Well, he announces himself because he is here, as a a part of the entourage of the illustrious Lord Statirius. And they want to, he wants you to know that it was not just Lord Statirius raiding, but he himself has taken upon himself to raid you.
Okay, so he's a fuck knuckle. Got it.
Yes. And this is in a different universe. This could have been you all at some point, right? Taking on something that, you probably couldn't chew. This guy is clearly out of his league. Or maybe he's not. But regardless, you suit up for being raided. So let's do some quick little...
do some raiding.
Let's do some raiding. As you do.
All right. Yeah, what am I rolling?
I had roll 20 blocked. 1 second. I had to open up. I believe it's going to be a best of 3, my friend. And
right. Battle, siege, and...
this is I have the wrong one open. That's for the offensive one. The defensive one, when you are resisting, it is going to be... Good Lord. Don't play me like this. It's gotta be, oh my God. Where is it in my notes? I had it. It's got it, let's just say it's rated. It's Siege, Valor, and Sword.
Okay.
There we go.
Siege is the weak point here. Does this get a bonus?
It does get a bonus. It gets a bonus by your defensive value of your fort, and so you would. We've been doing it wrong.
Well, no, because it's been damaged. Remember.
All right, so you can use them, but you can still use the tower, because you have 2 defensive values. Right. So when you're siege, you can like fall back to the other one, so you get multiple rolls. So yeah, you're. It
doesn't matter. I passed anyway.
Yeah. No problem.
Okay, sword is an auto success. And then Valor. Let's Valor. Wish that I wanted with Valor, but
hey, that's okay.
Oh.
No crits though, right? Just 3 successes. Check each of these as a success for you for this year.
Oh yeah.
All right, you hold. You will hold with no loss. Just go ahead and roll 2d6 and take the lowest of those, and this would be modifying your fortune for the following year.
3.
Hell yeah, brother.
Is the Born Confederation able to intercept them or anything?
No, because this is literally just like one guy and like his lackeys, right? His his unknighted men-at-arms have been like, huzzah, I am here! And even better, you take him prisoner.
Hell yeah.
What'd you say your name was? Mind Dog?
Sir Mind Dog!
Well, you're certainly my dog now.
That's... Oh, jeez. As he gets thrown in the turnip cellar.
Yep. That turnip cellar's seen she's seen some times, the old girl.
Yeah. He did not realize that this was basically doomed from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
But now he sure does.
Yeah. This is the trope in film is called mugging the monster. It's when you establish how dangerous someone is by how casually they dispatch what would otherwise be a dangerous situation.
Right. So you could offer this guy as ransom. You could teach him valuable lessons. He's ambitious, reckless. He just thought he could do
any other raider. And I would probably try and rehabilitate him because that's the new Gareth.
Yeah.
But this is personal. He's joined the guy who I think killed my wife. So
no, this is Statirius, not Siagrius.
Fuck me. I always get
I said this is Silchester. This is Silchester. This is Lord Statirius of Thornbrush, right?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ransom him back then. It's whatever, man.
Okay.
Like, you got money. I know you got money.
Well,
you're Silchester. Yeah. This happens.
Maybe someone will come over by Easter and you'll work it out by the winter. You'll figure it out. Yeah. But he's basically your he's your prisoner for now.
Yeah,
It doesn't. Yeah.
Just through the door, I'm like, the last person to stay in this turnip cellar became a prince. So could be worse.
Big shoes. Yeah. Funny. Okay. Cool. Erwin. You have some less ideal work ahead of you.
All right, what do we got?
The raid on Cyrus's lands left much to be desired by the raiders. And Sir Nesta has come to you. And she feels that she did not get her proper share.
Oh, no?
No. She demands recompense. Just, my lord, I do not ask for much, and you've been a fair and generous lord in other times, but what I've been told about what was offered to others, I feel like I've been slighted. I feel 5 librum would be more than enough.
I thought that she had gotten a share, but I guess not.
She did.
She did?
She did, but it was kind of a paltry share. It wasn't a lot, right? Like, you basically got it with some mules, and you remember you got it basically not even a librum's worth, right?
I wrote, I had that. I got that there was 6 pounds and then a sumpter and a donkey.
Yeah. Well, she feels that somewhat that was not enough.
Sure.
You can intrigue if you would like. That this seems kind of out of character for Nista, right?
Yeah.
She's been pretty on your side for a while.
Yeah. Would like to know.
Yeah. This is out of her character, and you feel like this wasn't her idea. She demands 5 librum for you, a fair shake of the treasure that you got.
A fair.
Or maybe I didn't see your stables from after that, but maybe a charger would do.
Yeah, I could kind of have any chargers or anything, that we came away from that raid. Donkeys, mules, like.
Sure, that's what you told everyone, but we know you actually got some treasure, and that's kind of the big problem. It seems really weird that you would hold out on us.
So in out of game sense, I didn't
hold out on me.
Had.
You haven't. You haven't. She is.
Okay.
She is fibbing to you, but she believes it, and you know that this wasn't her. Like, your intrigue tells you this wasn't her idea, and that she is obviously operating on some other assumptions, right?
It's okay, that's good. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you as a player have not missed anything.
Sure. Yeah. For a hot second, I thought so. Who told you that? I split the spoils while we were still in his lands.
No way. Sir Gwen told me that you kept much to yourself. In fact, he showed me his new horses. Their new horses.
I have nothing to do with his horses.
It's a courtesy of yours.
I've not given him any of my horses, to my knowledge, Nesta.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I barely have enough for myself as is.
She realizes that she's probably seems I have blundered. I
tell you.
I don't know what to say, my lord. And she immediately feels terrible that she would think that you were holding out on her.
Uh-huh.
And and after everything you've done, and she feels very upset at, I'll have my vengeance on Sir Gwen. She's immediately this is how she wants to make it right, is by basically dueling this guy.
Is he is Sir Gwen or Gwent?
Gwen. Way back in the day. Let's bring you over to Logris. Sir Gwen, you jammed with Sir Gwen because Sir Gwen is the current manor holder of the Ford Manor, which is part of sort of the lower parts of the Confederation of the Born, and the parts between the fence sitters between Sarum and Duplain about sort of where to go.
Okay. So he's there at Ford.
Yeah. So apparently they spun a story to, at least only to Nista, as far as you know, maybe further, that you kind of made out pretty well this trip, while everyone else was kind of left with not that great of a raid result.
Has anyone else expressed similar
Not to you.
sentiment? I think I'll ask Nesta then.
Oh,
Like,
sure.
if anyone has ever expressed any similar sentiment to you, side of Sir Gwyn.
No, not as far as I'm aware. I don't know why he singled me out. Seems like he made a right call, considering how foolish I was.
It's okay. In Erwin's mind, this is
like an honor faux pas that Sir Nesta did, and
Yeah.
Sir Nesta feels like literally like out of her. She feel, pardon the phrase, she feels out of character doing this. Like she was put up to it, and now she's kind of figuring out like what got over me that I had to confront you, right? And she's kind of like, or they're kind of running that through their head, right? Of like,
you thought
what's
that
going
I was
on?
showing your loyalty, selling it short.
I don't know what got into me. I promise to make it right.
How do you promise to make it right, Nesta?
I'll demand that the liar Sir Gwen apologize to me and to you and everyone for causing such reckless rumors. I might if I have to.
I think a confrontation will be in order at some point, but I'm worried that Sir Gwyn has encouragement from someone else.
What of me? I clearly impugned you.
3 Hail Marys.
Yeah. I think of good.
Just reflect on it.
Yeah, suitable. Yeah. I mean, at this point, Erwin doesn't want to do anything that would like hurt her. Like, yeah, it's uncharacteristic for Nesta, and like for Erwin, it is a slight, it is a breach of their relationship. Yeah, I'm coming up blank in terms of what he.
Do you want to like test about it if you don't know? Like, would you test pride versus like merciful or something? Like, would you know what I mean? Or would you just, if you feel strongly how you would decide that you don't have to roll. I'm not going to force you to make a trait test here. Yeah. But if you're unsure, you can always default to maybe testing some traits that might be applicable.
Yeah.
But if you're willing to forgive Sir Nesta for this, then definitely check merciful. Because what they did is actually pretty terrible as far as like society goes, where it's like, kind of rubbing it in your lord, and you kind of have full discretion here to kind of do what you want. Because this is kind of like a big, calling your lord liege. Stingy is like
that's right. It's both to me it's like a breach on both sides. It's like like if I had done that, that would be a big.
It would have been, yeah,
right,
exactly,
but yeah. So what I'd like is something like, I don't want to like continue the deception or anything to make it seem like, that she'd gotten it to, just to see where this rabbit hole leads. But
she's promising to make it right?
Yeah.
With Sir Gwen, so
I'm inclined, given how reliable and loyal Nesta has been, to overlook this. But I am concerned that it's like it hints at a hidden fracture within the Confederation.
Sure,
there are some who perhaps don't like Erwin's.
There's something deeper.
Yeah,
this is something I've been thinking about.
Actually, yeah, Nesta. What I would like to do is take Nesta and visit Gareth.
Hell yeah! Well, Gareth. Before you guys arrive, there's a little bit on scene of stuff that happens after the raid. Think on it. Your wife, Angared, or you guys, your partner, comes over and kind of quizzically asks you why you're, maybe doing some sort of finishing up the affairs for Morgan to head out to London. They're asking you about like, did you move the chess set?
I might have. Why?
I can't find it.
Well, once I've come, once
So
I've
you kept
finished
it in
here,
the bedroom. Yeah.
I can't imagine I would have brought it anywhere else.
Okay.
I sometimes like to study it out on the.
Yeah, it's not out.
Well,
I looked all over. Rap, rap, rap on your door. Oh, 1 second. Well, let me go get it.
mm-hmm.
And then you hear from like as you're like still kind of upstairs, it's Yvain's voice, and then you hear your partner go like, "Oh God, please come in, come in, come in," and a
I'll head
chill
down the
goes down
stairs.
your yeah,
I
a chill goes
haven't
down your
spoken to
spine.
Yvain in a while.
Yeah. Your vein comes in. Their eyes very red. Drinking
Cousin,
drinking some like water or something that Angrod got for them.
I hope whatever has brought you poorly to my house shall be rectified by being in my hall.
I'm afraid there's not much that can rectify what's wrong with Gareth.
No,
I not one with words, but
no.
Anadine passed away. I was there. It was easy, but I know that doesn't mean anything. And she hugs you. And Yvain goes to hug you.
Gareth is just kind of standing there stiffly, being hugged, like eyes
Yeah,
very distant.
Yeah, it's.
Hmm.
I wanted you to be the first to know for Easter.
How's Gwellis holding up?
Stiff.
Hmm.
I think they're putting on a mask.
Oh.
This is I'm not. Yvain's not a super like consoling, compassionate type.
No.
Uh,
You know,
it still sucks.
I've gotten used to losing people lately. I'm quite happy to have made things right. Right before that duel, Wilchester night.
Yeah.
We shall both, Yuan, take efforts to look after Gwellis. He's old. Now he is alone.
Well, I think I might petition to see if he would like to stay with me.
It'd be good, I think.
Unless
I could, of course. I fear I am very busy these days, and
that's
I wouldn't
why
be able to. Yes.
I figured as much.
Yes.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay. And then around this point is when you hear the sounds of more people coming over, and it is Erwin and
Owen,
Oh,
what
more.
joys come after sorrow passes? Friend,
Something wrong?
my mother has died.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry, Gareth.
Oh, sorry, Gareth.
That's is everything okay?
Yes, I was
Trouble.
just making arrangements for Gwellis. Yes, they will be all right. I'm surprised to see you, though. Honestly, don't usually get a visit from Cholderton this time of the year.
I'd hoped to bend your ear a bit about a matter regarding the Confederation.
Of course, Let's step into the hall.
Yeah, they give you your
Yep.
part. You're like, okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Engrad's like, oh, that's my cue. Oh, come on, let me show you this thing. I've been working on since winter.
Yep.
Yeah. Since they're piece of shit industry role.
Oh yeah. Yes. I'm imagining. You remember that infamous some old Italian lady tried to like fix this old painting of Jesus.
The fresco of Jesus. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm imagining that, but that was the first try.
Yeah.
Like, Angrad they're doing their best.
Really trying.
But it's not going to translate into a Libra anytime soon.
The church was talking so much about frescoes. I wanted to, I've kind of squirreled some stuff away and thought I might be able to give it a try. What do you think? And yeah, it just looks terrible.
Yeah. It's like, oh, and you used the wall that I'm so sorry. I forgot I was going to have it torn down. You really should have told me which wall you were using. Oh, what a tragedy. Now all our guests aren't going to be able to see this beautiful fresco.
I'm glad we have some humor.
Gareth is gonna, taking a nice little semi-formal in the hall type deal.
Yeah. So he's got Nesta there, and he'll have Nesta just relay to Gareth everything that the events that led her to come and confront Erwin.
Do you paint it in a more generous light as far as like Nesta's complicity in it, or like how does that come off to Gareth? Right, you say Nesta fucked up. Like, do you really blame it, or do you just kind of vaguely go like more like I feel like there's something trying to break apart the Confederate? You know what I mean? Like, do you?
Yeah. I don't think that
you don't throw them under the cart.
I'm not throwing them under the bus. Yeah. In fact, I might even put it something like Nesta came to me with a concern.
Okay. Yeah, you put it
like that.
Yeah, totally. Okay. If you haven't already, definitely then check merciful, right? As you're kind of like not even hiding that part.
Yeah. He doesn't want to do anything to alienate Nesta at this point.
Yeah, for sure. Well, looks like Colin got part of a cube. Oh, fancy.
Yeah, so Kai has like made a baffle thing, which works really well for their setup.
Yeah,
because I do not have the space for this.
Yeah, you don't have the desk real estate.
This literally covers up half of my screens. Does it sound better though? Does it sound at all different? Oh no! Okay.
It literally sounds the same.
Get a damn arm, Colin. Thank you, Jess. Thank you. Working on it. I feel like Jess doesn't even watch this show with regularity and is just that good
came
with
on
their timer.
Just to snipe you. Just
it does sound better on our end though. Okay. I don't need half my screen. That's fine.
All
right.
I am a slut for validation, so just everyone loves me all the time.
Colin,
so
you're the best.
You're
a shining star in the constellation of this game.
Yeah, just keep going. This is rough. Okay, we're good. All
right. So, anyways, so Erwin does not throw Sir Nesta under the bus, but explains that there's some sort of possible conspiracy against the Born. A Born conspiracy, if you will.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. To be fair, I think it would not be unreasonable for Gareth to think about this, and the player Colin also thought of this. As soon as you told us that the Confederation had proved itself, I was like, this absolutely means that shit fuck down in Duplain has taken notice.
True.
Especially because one, he didn't like us to begin with, and two, he specifically is super invested in that traditional dynamic of power that we are somewhat transgressing. Yes. So this has been on my radar, and I'm glad we now know what kind of vector he's using, because Ford swore himself to Duplain when we went to him. I'm starting to get a good memory
Yeah.
for this stuff.
Yeah.
Almost. YouTube
Fine.
comments are always going to be better at than me, though.
It's true. Jim, also, you could raise your microphone by like 20%. It'd be great.
Okay, I'm usually it's usually sitting pretty far away from me.
Yeah, that's actually pretty much fixed it.
Yeah. I have based on those, this would have been 498. I had that Sir Gwynethore was not buying what we were selling. Somewhat cryptic, but had a reputation for being just, I guess. I don't know if that was okay.
Well,
yeah, and that the reputation for being just that tells me that it really probably is someone put a bug in his ear and then they put a bug in Nesta's ear. Because that's how you do these things.
Yeah.
Right?
You got some intriguing to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the main question is, what do we do about it? We've Gareth.
I know.
Gareth is like, I've expected
I'm excited.
this, right? We've us. What is the phrase? A trader from Silchester once told me about his growing business. Another level, another devil. Every success begets its own opposition.
Mm.
This is ours, an old man in Duplain Castle. So,
yeah,
it would not do to raise the matter with Ford then.
No,
or he might not even be aware of the duplicity. Would simply be angered at our accusations.
I thought about this. Jess, I am using it in cardioid. Thank you. I do know that. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is Gareth's gonna be like.
This is Sir Ameg, by the way, of Duplain.
Ameg, yeah.
Sir Ameg, yeah.
I thought about this. Now that I've repaired the tower, I intend to create something memorializing the Confederation in some small way. A stone tablet sunk in the river. During the summer, it will be revealed by the naturally sinking tides. And each year, I think, we should gather the Knights of the Confederation around this. Swear, again, whatever oaths may be necessary to keep it up. And further, use that as the open forum by which the Knights might voice their disagreements or grievances with how you are running things. Give them an opportunity to speak plainly, without fear of reproach, once a year.
Quick timeout.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have to know. Is the turnip cellar below this room? Like, is it in the same building? Or no?
No, it's out by like the cow
It's out.
shed.
Yeah, it's like an icebox kind of situation. Okay, we're good.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue. There's no way they would hear it. Okay.
Yeah.
Give them a forum to voice their concerns.
Indeed. This kind of subterfuge works when Nesta feels incompletely vested with information or with respect or something like that. My ex-wife taught me the value of darkness, and its antidote is always the light.
Certainly. To bring it all out in the open.
Indeed.
It's a novel approach, I suppose.
It is a desperate approach, one might say.
But what else are we to do? We cannot war with Duplain.
We cannot war with Duplain. I would hazard we cannot even counter intrigue with him.
I would not risk it.
Our status. Indeed. Look at me, Owen. Suggesting we not do something risky.
Would listen one day.
It only took almost 40 years. So
let's bring them together. Then, if we are a association of equals, then we must treat each other equally.
Indeed. Circular tablet sunk in the river. Table of sorts, round in dimension.
Yes.
What a strange idea. No one shall have this one again.
No one at all. I think it would be a good idea.
Right, well, it's going to be expensive, but God, what else am I going to use my money on?
No idea.
Ace needs armor soon. God, so it's going to be expensive.
Yes.
And a horse. I could barely afford my own horse, Owen.
And another horse.
You're also getting new squires this year.
We are getting new squires. This
We
is a
are.
new squire year. Yep.
Yeah, Nest is like, get new squires this year. Thank you, Nesta.
Thank you.
And Gry was just showing me the prisoner. Oh, sorry. I thought you were done.
Yeah. She's like eating a turnip.
Yeah.
Right. Just raw.
Fucking raw turnip, man. That's
turnip.
life. That's praxis.
Yeah, I like this plan. Get it all out in the open. At the very least, those who have a grudge or seek to intrigue against us will
Yeah.
have less of a reason to think that they have support.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Cool. Just to be clear, you have not found your chess set.
Yeah, I'm gonna get haunted by my dead wife, huh? That's what I'm feeling is gonna happen. Or that asshole Morgan is taking it with him to the fucking city for some reason. Maybe he just really likes chess. I don't know.
So, cool. A few things to note before we get in, and there's any last minute dealings you want to do before we go to Easter Feast. Otherwise, I also got to give you some defaults of what's going on right now.
Yeah. Do we want to run down what happened in the winter of last year?
Holy shit! I completely skipped it. Hey! What up, dudes? Look at this. It is Excel spreadsheet time. I forgot about that. We have to roll our no, we already did roll our stewardships. So I already did some of this. Let's see, Choldershin, I failed my calamity test. So you succeeded. Okay. Your lifestyle result then was normal. Or actually rich, right? When you pass by 1, it's rich because you didn't pay any tribute. So if you succeed and I fail, then you go to rich. Are you living richly or are you living normally?
You will live normally if it saves some money.
I believe it would save you $4. So you actually get $4 at the end of the year.
Yeah, we'll do that.
How in depth do we want to do the run through of the winter?
Yeah, let's just summarize it.
Cool. I got a little more selfish, but I got better at battle. My mom died. I crit failed my concern of commoners was one of the big things. Also, my mule, Freyed, died. We glossed over Freyd's death because of anodynes, and I feel like that's burying the lead. Freyd, the mule, died. Right. And I don't know if I'm ever going to be okay again. Other than that, I got better horsemanship. Other than that, nothing really. Fix the Tower of Elaine. It's me. Wow. Living like a normal night.
Erwin, let's see what he got. His energetic hunting and battle all raised. Family members all survived, and there was a girl born, Taryn. So he has a new baby girl.
New baby.
Yeah, everybody. Let's see. We already went over past stewardship, whatever. My 16-year-old Rouncy died. 16 years old.
16 years. That's the Rouncy you had since character generation. Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Did
he have a name?
I never named him. He was just
callous.
Rouncy 1, 16.
I name every one of my beautiful.
Look, that's what kept him alive. That's what kept the horse on. They dodge. If you name it, they're vulnerable.
They name it. Yep. Won't name it.
Fair.
No.
And then I raised my battle a second time, so it's totals 18 now. And then 6,335 glory.
Incredible. And absolutely incredible.
There we go.
All right. A few other points of notes I also bring up from this winter. I forgot that you crit failed your fumble, your thing. Anyways, your mule is not the only Frayed that passed away this year.
Ooh.
What?
Sir Frayed has passed away.
What?
Lingering
Sir
wounds.
Frayed?
Sir Frayed has passed away this year.
Sir Frayed, the guy I keep bad mouthing.
The guy you
Because
keep
he's
bad
so
mouthing.
nice.
The one I'm
Died.
suspicious of?
The
Yes.
one you're suspicious of because he's so nice. That dick had to
Man, how
show
did he
up
die?
my mother's funeral by dying too.
Yeah.
What an asshole.
Lingering wounds.
Lingering.
Caught up
wounds.
to him.
That'll happen.
So. Okay.
Yeah.
No,
All right.
Basically,
that's-
something got infected or whatever. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
That's rough. That's rough, buddy.
You hate to see it. You do hate to, truly.
you hate to see it.
Yeah. Unironically, you hate to see it.
Other things to note. Duplain was also heavily rated by Lord Satirius. The asshole that you caught was sort of a detachment from that larger raid, diving deep inland for extra glory to prove himself. So Duplain is currently under repairs this year, as they were heavily bombarded. Lord Satirius, like, openly was like, yeah, I'm going after this guy.
Let them fight. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let them fight.
Yeah, they have more than words, apparently.
Yeah. They've also
You
got the money and
Yeah.
the back.
yeah, they got the guns.
Yeah.
You're not. Yeah, that's fine.
Fine.
You're getting a little bit of the deals as they go. But the other thing here that's going on, this would be kind of technically at the feast, so go ahead and roll your appearance rolls, everybody. And I need to move us over to the feast table. I need to remove Sir Frayed.
Appearance. Oh, I forgot to mention, I still have not been affected by aging.
You are a lucky person.
I am great. My character hasn't either. So I literally can't see the results of my dice because of this sound box. Okay, I got
You can
I
pop out the
passed.
dice window if that helps you. Sir Frayed is,
seriously?
you can pop out the dice window, double click it, and then you move it somewhere.
What? I have been using Roll20 for like a literal decade.
Yeah.
Dude, all right, I'm covering up chat because you guys aren't complimenting me enough. So
Yeah. That's how we do. All right, so there's a few things here that I want to point out as sort of issues or gossipy things that are happening. First off, Lord Satirius of Thornbrush Castle is here.
bold move.
It is a bold move, but he is here not just for himself, but he announces he is here as an envoy of the Duke himself, carrying important messages for us this year.
Feels like he already carried a message once.
You're not wrong. As well, a Angle emissary by the name of Godiva, she's here to announce that King Quickhelm has been named Britwalda and asks everyone about their loyalties.
Press X to doubt.
Okay. Well, you can doubt while you gain 1 Librum as they gain gifts announced, because this again, Britwalda is Saxon for like being Pendragon. They are naming themselves
right. Sorry.
Lord of Britain.
Okay, they did the Saxon. I thought they were calling themselves like Pendragon. I was like, I feel like there's some
No.
electors who
This
maybe
person's
probably voted
king.
against
Yeah,
that.
yeah. No. This is the Saxon
All right.
version, and they're doing this, and you know that the Saxons and the Angles do not get along, and you know this is
Right.
going to turn into some big shit again, right?
This is gonna be a big schmexy. Yeah.
It is, but you get $1. Basically, they're trying to buy you all like sympathy and all that kind of stuff, right?
Oh,
Everyone here
gosh.
gets goods, right? Hey, they're trying to flex, right?
Sure.
Yeah. Hey,
Um,
can't super fault him for it.
so Sir Frayed obviously passes away, and the other big concern now is his son, Sir Cadlo. Sir Cadlo is the child of Frayed and Grade, actually. Right from their time before Erwin was married.
Mhm.
They're currently squiring Lady Jenna needs to appoint someone until Cadlo could come of age for that manor because it's owned by him, and so they need someone to sort of represent. Lady Jenna has already chosen somebody, so before that's where they start the feast. They start the feast announcing sort of various people have passed away, obviously respecting your mother, but then they also spend quite some time on Sir Frade, because obviously Sir Frade was a beloved member of the community of Salisbury.
Yep, that fucking guy.
Everyone has some good things to say. If you're called on to make a speech, that's probably what it might be about. But there's also plenty of stuff about Saxon stuff and et cetera, right? Sir Kinrain, if you remember him, he was an old squire option. He is basically raised out of around Stonehenge he's very, very Catholic, very anti-pagan. He's appointed to oversee the manor. So that would be an interesting person for your so-called confederacy of the Born Federation.
That is something.
Let's see. Those are the big three things to discuss as far as gossip. There's some other gossips to learn, but that's the stuff that everybody knows, right? This is that big discussions. Especially because Lady Jenna is again operating without the council. Like they're like, hey, God, you're here. Guess what? I appointed this person, and they're like, okay, you're doing it. Okay. They are not to be. I mean, you can talk to them about that. I'm sure there was some faction of the group being like, you're still kind of a kid. You can't. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some kind of we should probably poke the bear a little bit here. Well,
it's pretty obvious who influenced her. In this case, getting a super Catholic person was probably like a very religious bishop or something like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Flexed.
Because it's one thing to be a self-assured autocrat. That's in the feudal system. We need that, right?
Yeah.
That's good. But when you have an assembly of movers and shakers, just because you don't do what they say doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to them. We're not just here to advise you, Lady Jenna. We're also here so you can keep a finger to the pulse, right? We keep you informed. Because Colin, the player, obviously Gareth is like whispering this in Erwin's ear. So I don't think that's like a fight that the young council wants to pick. It's just like remind Lady Jenna that the young council actually could be a tool for her.
Well,
even if she is not going to like lean on them for help ruling.
I was wondering how you're going to take that way, because technically they kind of also are like disrespecting your joint union partnership, right? Your confederation by the way inheritance works.
Yeah. If there's any sort of like new power that comes in, and they're not a part of it, I think that might be how Erwin would approach Lady Jenna about it. Like, if Kenrain is going to be overseeing, Sir Frade's estates,
He describes that he has demonstrated himself last year on some raids, and that I believe he can give you a strong moral framework. As clearly she was fed that line.
Sounds
right.
That sounds like it was in a pamphlet somewhere.
Someone coached Lady Jenna about what to say to you.
This is worrisome now. This is worrisome. She done.
I really hope it doesn't feel like I'm pissing in your cereal of your hard won.
No. This is another level, another devil. This is what I've been waiting for ever since we got validation on the concept. Yeah. There's going to be pushback. We just got to manage it. And I think we can. I
think we could, if we wanted to find out more of that, we probably could go through Father Tathan.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right. But anyways,
I think he'd approach Jennifer. If the opportunity presents.
We are feasting. We are doing that. So we get to do all this fun stuff and draw cards and intrigue and discuss all this stuff. Love it, right?
What are the courses?
I don't know. I've not seen an appearance roll.
They're right there.
They're both
of them.
right there.
Well, I'm gonna
Embarrassing.
Obviously, the first meal of the day is crow, and that is mine. This is raw. Damn. All right, you both are near the salt. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Beginning that sweet one geniality per turn. Cool.
Nice.
Let me roll the feast schedule. I have too many macros. Oh, it's my first one. I literally put it to the left to prioritize it. Parsley bread. Not as good as garlic bread.
Not nearly.
But it's followed by stuffed boar.
Hell yeah.
And then more herb fritters. Wow,
We're big on the herb fritters here, huh? That's the third time we've gotten those.
New chef. They're trying it out. They're really trying
Pushing
to.
Those herb
they're
fritters.
trying to make it a thing.
What do you fuck up that you can then pivot to a fritter? Because that's
they're like seasoned Ritz crackers. You know.
Fritters are not bad, and you just made them sound kind of shitty.
No, they're like mozzarella sticks, only less fun.
What's happening?
I have no idea what an herb fritter is. I assume a fritter is
very clear.
Isn't it like a fried potato? Like a mashed kind of. It's almost like
fried dough.
It's fried dough. All right. Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Like
okay, I thought it was potato based.
Dish.
Yeah.
All right.
Fritter's dope. It's fine.
Right.
Forgive them. They knew not what they said.
We have 3 rounds of feasting this year. You can always draw cards. You can always intrigue or gossip your way for geniality as well. But the cards are always here, asking.
Yep.
I just recalled your cards. I just recalled on accident. I didn't know you did that.
That's fair. I didn't even look at them, so
okay.
No harm, no foul.
I think gossip might be appropriate. Erwin is looking for what the mood is on hitting Siagrius. Like anybody else getting those raids, anybody else, have a run in with him. Like he's looking to see.
Getting the vibes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, I believe this is largely you kind of talking about your raid, and everyone's like, "Yeah, I heard that was really well. That seemed pretty surprising." Yeah, and then you're kind of like gauging support, expressing that stuff. Are you talking individually to people, or are you kind of like you got a small group around you? Like, are you orating, or are you kind of intriguing it out with people, or is this more courtesy? How do you see this going?
I see Erwin is going from cluster to cluster during the feast, or lull in it.
Yeah.
Just either telling the story or just catching up. Oh,
yeah.
Raided recently.
Yeah. How'd your year go? Yeah. Right.
Yeah. How'd your year go?
Okay.
So yeah, he's not trying to be underhanded about it or
courtesy. Yeah. Right. You're literally just being friendly. Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Everyone's feels pretty good about it. They're like, yeah. I mean, we're not going to be dealing with Saxons. They're going to be at each other's throats. So that sounds like a great time. This sounds fantastic.
Okay.
Right. Like that's really the buildup. I mean, obviously looking over to Sir Elad being like, well, I'm not sure what him are doing. Like they are seated on opposite ends of the high table. Let's be very clear. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I want to know. Just to take the temperature of that.
Mm-hmm.
So does that give me geniality for passing the?
Yes.
Okay.
Right. You gain 1 for the just virtue of being near the salt, and then you gain another for doing that gossip. Also, go ahead and roll a d4 for me. 1. Yes. So the Angles and the Essex Saxons will be fighting over London this year.
Ooh.
Oh, good. I'm glad I sent my expensive bard there.
Yeah. Oops. You sent them right into the middle of a siege.
Oh no.
Oh boy. Oops. How did you know? You wouldn't have known.
No. I. I'll get another bottom after.
Really bad timing, dude. Real bad timing.
Yeah.
I'll
Literally, two Saxons are fighting over it. Ugh.
If he survives, I'm going to buy him a bed. Proper one.
Morgan comes back 10 years later. You will not believe the time I had. It's like the Krusty Krab pizza situation.
He's got a fucking volleyball under one arm with a painted face on it. Yeah.
Things I've seen.
Love it. Love it. It's me.
As to you, my friend.
So, Gunny Ken makes a good point. There is intrigue afoot. So some cards might need to be forgotten by Jim. I'm drawing cards, though. Always.
By Jim is very smooth, my lord.
Time.
Very
Boom,
smooth,
boom,
like
boom.
churned butter, my lord.
Meet the host.
Meet the host.
The host has heard of your puissant and wishes to quiz you on your expertise. Best skill. Chose if tied. So my best skill
Sword.
strictly is sword, but if it's a non-combat skill, it's either stewardship or intrigue.
Well, there's a few ways we could play this out. Is the host talking to you about this? Is this lady? Is this
It's Lady
Jenna?
Jenna because it's the host card.
right? Okay.
It's gotta be. I didn't have a choice in that one.
Mm-hmm. I think Lady Jenna wants to test your intrigue. So this is clearly about another subject, but it's sort of like one of those.
We're testing the spy talk, the
sideways
fieldcraft here. Okay.
Yes, very much.
All right. To be honest, it's been a while since Gareth had to like flex that subterfuge. muscle.
Yeah, Lady Jenna's like, normally I would speak to your wife about such matters, but you have a head for such things.
That's a pass. That's a pretty good pass.
That is a good pass. That the host is satisfied with your knowledge, earning you one additional geniality.
Hell yeah. Boom.
Good work out there, kid.
Yep.
Nice work, sport.
Yeah, I think this is kind of Gareth like proving like
Pendragon's not here anymore.
I haven't lost my step. Like I know my reputation and I've been quiet, but I'm still here.
Yeah. Can you go ahead and give me a give me an intrigue roll, actually. Give me another one.
Another one. Okay. Boom. Boom. That is a fail.
All right. Good. So then you do not avoid it. You're hearing tales that Pendragon, your squire, has passed away somewhere leaving out of town to Escavalon. Apparently some sort of horsing accident or something.
Yes, well. I'll believe it when I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's that.
Jim, what is your next
All right.
play?
So my next play is to find out more about the circumstances surrounding the Sir Kenrain becoming overseer of Sir Freyd's manors.
Okay.
Is it just the one or all of them?
Just the one.
Just the one, okay.
Was the coup major, which
Okay.
the other ones he already has people in. It's like this is the one that the knight doesn't live in, right? So someone has to. Yeah. So it's a succession problem, and that's why the Earless, the lady, has stepped in, and
Countess. Yeah, he just wants to put his ear to the ground and see who all might have had a hand in influencing that.
Hell yeah. Intrigue me. Or you could even talk to Father Tathan, and it might actually not be that very intriguing, just be kind of a thing. You still have that connection.
I kind of want to have some information in my back pocket before I see Tathan. So
Sure.
that he doesn't have
Father
that all
Tathan
over.
still biding his time, trying to be bishop.
Yeah.
He's in line. He's got
just
that.
Going to be patient.
He's got that priest of Sarum, like not the cathedral, but like the small little one in the castle. You know, like it's the right spot. You know.
Yeah, he's got that good. He's in a good spot.
Yeah, right. He's the heir assumptive, you know, so to speak, in terms of the politics.
Okay, so I'm rolling intrigue for this one.
Yeah, if you want.
All right.
No problems. No problems whatsoever.
Was.
Okay. Yeah. So this was definitely put ahead by the bishop. The bishop is clearly not having a good idea about sort of what you all are doing over here. He doesn't like the reports that he's getting from the priests around the Bourne in general. How often you keep getting into battles with Syagrius. B, this whole basically they're just not respecting your confederation nonsense at all. And if anything, you should have turned to the church is kind of like how they feel about it, being like, we could have. The fact we kind of are left out. We're feeling left out. This is a power situation, and we're feeling left out. Is kind of exactly how they're doing it, right?
Yeah, they have been.
I know, and that's why they're like, well, we're gonna leave. Okay, you didn't leave room for Jesus. All right, I see. And they're gonna Jesus muscles in, is what, and you don't leave room for him. Is what you have learned. So yeah, the real politics of it is that they are feeling left out, and they
feel left out.
Yep.
Okay.
And then this is probably a power and influence opportunity. Yeah.
Okay. We had mentioned going to them at one point, but we never did. Okay.
Never got their blessing.
That's fine.
Rookie mistake.
It's possible.
Rookie feudal political mistake.
It's possible that Kinrain we can still work with him, despite his allegiances. That's fine. Okay.
If we can fucking handle Sir Miff all the way up in Bramble Town, Salisbury, we can handle this kid coming in.
Yeah. Father Tathan apologizes to you, Erwin, saying like, I did what I could. I tried, you know, in that very like lackluster centrist kind of way, being like, what can we do? My hands are tied. You know, he's not risking his. No, why would I'm not going to risk my limb. Like, you have a high enough intrigue that you know that, while he's telling you, being like, dude, I tried.
He's
buddy.
not good.
You're good.
I wouldn't expect him to. We didn't ask him to.
Yeah,
it's been a while since we kind of checked in on.
The truth is,
but he runs interference for you like when he can. You know, like there's a lot of things that kind of just hit you because he's kind of helping.
Because he's helping out. I feel like we have a good understanding of each other.
You're family. You're basically your family. You're still family despite everything. Right, and so he feels that way. He looks out for his family. Yeah,
I'll have his back too. Okay.
Except for when ambition's on the way.
All right. Yeah. Maybe it's not time for the bishop to leave his seat, I think, but I don't know that Erwin can do anything about that.
Oh, you want to do a murder plot? Okay.
I would do a murder plot.
No. Oh my!
If you murdered the bishop and got away with it and installed Father Tathan, you would literally have the seat of the church in your pocket. Like 100%. That probably never crosses your mind because you're much of a righteous person.
I was gonna say it doesn't cross Erwin's mind, I'm sure, but it has crossed mine. Okay, I got what I needed.
Okay, for sure. But like that's a pretty vague question. So if you had any other if you wanted to point at me any specific questions, feel free.
I think it's like the intention of it is what I was looking for.
Oh, okay.
Are they
then I gave it to you.
Are they looking to like just get in on the action, or are they looking to like break it up? Because if they just want in on the action, that's something we could work.
Oh, it's a carrot stick situation.
Yeah,
they want to see how you respond.
Okay, all right.
Right. We'll beat them with a stick or a carrot.
They're very much testing you.
Feed them a stick. Okay. Beat them with a carrot.
Yeah, I think at this
Yeah.
point, given our social position, rolling with it and adapting is better than just like outright power,
Yeah. But
power moves.
I feel like these kinds of tensions would have happened anyway, except without us forming the uncouncil, it would have been murder.
Sure.
Would have been more fighting.
Yeah, probably.
Certainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jim, also, there's one more thing I didn't ask you about Irwin. And after knowing this, do you have any plans of reclaiming those bushes, those blackberry bushes, those farms?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, well, I guess I know where the first point of contention is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Those were gifted to Sir Frayed, not the manor.
That's right. That's joint tenants with rights of survivorship.
Mm.
It's not joint tenancy.
All right. Cool. I gave you your additional geniality for that roll.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Can you roll another gossip for me? D4. 4. Awesome. Steward Melangel, partner of Sir Marjorie of West Lavington, was attacked on the road. She was grievously wounded, and recovery is uncertain, but folks remain optimistic.
That's where Erwin's son is squiring, right?
Yes.
For Sir Marjorie?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And Melangel was the one who is like Sir Marjorie's lover, if I recall.
Exactly.
Okay.
You remember it. Yep. And they were hurt. Yep.
All right. Oh, good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, got some good ones to choose between.
Got some juicy cards for us.
Yep. Center stage would be a chance to flex my singing voice, which that has appeal.
May I interrupt this card draw for a second?
Go for it.
So, because it's sort of like the new round of a feast or whatever, and let's just say it happens before you get the chance to these cards. Lord Satirius gets up and has an announcement to make. And this is sort of the reason why he's here. He's here to issue a decree by none other than the Duke of the Vale himself. He commands that all neighboring counties to Silchester issue no offensive actions this year and enter a joint pact of defense in case the Saxons combine, do Saxony shit. That in the interest of preserving the kingdoms of all of the wars that are going around, let us maintain a union of strength and of resolve, so we may be prepared to repel any invaders or traitors off of our land.
Or traitors is an interesting phrase.
Well, I mean, that's Satirius.
Siagrius.
Or Siagrius,
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
So I could understand not wanting to attack any of the Saxons or any of the neighboring Kimric. But he's calling for a moratorium on attacking Siagrius as well.
Yes, he is calling a moratorium on everybody. You are to remain neutral in the wars this summer. So Silchester, Rhinochan is Satirius's, so like he's doing it himself. He's like, I'm not even doing anything. I'm in it, and I'm actually here on pleading to Silchester on your behalfs, right?
Okay, so
and maybe even Clarence, Somerset, Dorset, they're and everyone fighting in the Scavalon and whatever's going on with King Natanalot. Can we just have a peaceful year?
Sure.
Can we pray to the Lord for a peaceful year?
Really, you just get right after that one last raid.
Yeah.
From Mindar.
Dude, he got it. Well, he knew it was happening and he snuck it in. And he snuck it in, dude. He did. I know.
Get you, you Weasley fuck.
Yeah, dude. He gets that insider knowledge and just fucking insider raids you. He's an inside raider.
What's the reaction like when he reads the message?
Everyone's like, oh. I mean, it's like kind of like mixed. They're like, that's kind of, this is the first. It's also kind of, it's weird. Like they're not used to like thinking that the Duke has no claims here, right? Like,
yeah.
But he's pleading, he's commanding, like he is flexing on you, kind of like you would a ruler, just being like, in the good of fellow Logresses, let's do this. But he's not using like, I command thee as ruler. No one's doing this, right? He's just saying he's appealing to you. Right?
It's also like raiding is like the thing we sort of don't talk about, but everyone does.
Oh no! Like, he's not gonna really like. Yeah, you're gonna raid. People are gonna raid.
People are gonna raid.
He's not dumb enough to try to like say you're not raiding. What I mean is though, no one's marshaling the forces of all of Salisbury to go attack somebody.
Exactly.
Right? That's what he's saying, right? We need strength, ready defensively, ready to move. Like, so like be on the ready, be on the guard, but like, don't go out. You might need to show up.
Like Colin the player is very suspicious of this because it's so well timed with the Saxons fighting each other.
But that's exactly that's why he's doing it. He's saying this would be terrible. Yeah. Right. That's in his words. Like that's in the speech. Like it's also like omnisciently, that is why he's doing it, right?
Yeah, sure, right.
It's
if
very
clear.
clean.
Walda, then there might be something big,
dude.
Next year.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
and that's what I mean. It's like
when the Brent Walda flag shows up, that's when you're like, all right, dude, all right.
Yeah, if we know
Logor solidarity,
that he's got to know solidarity. This is what he's asking. Like, I don't see any harm in agreeing to it. I really don't, because like.
If they don't, other than a missed window for Syagrius, because he could recover. But
yes, you are definitely missing the window.
A missed window for Syagrius. Also, a kind of soft exchange of power in his favor. Like if he puts out, everyone agree with me, right? And everyone does it. Suddenly, it puts him a little bit up there. That part, I don't know that there's a way around. The truth is, Duke Ulfius has always had a lot of weight to throw our way. If he needed to, and like, let's just not give him a reason to need to.
I don't think. I mean, I think Erwin is predisposed to, have some sort of affection for Duke Ulfius.
Same.
So I think it's yeah.
So
it sucks, but
you don't hate
was going to have to like. It was a Hail Mary to get Erwin to rally all of Salisbury to go wipe out Syagrius anyway. You know, wasn't a done deal.
I
just have to death by 1,000 cuts for that guy. Then
a little aside. This is literally in that is something that is part of the intrigue of this year, written in the Great Pendragon campaign. It just so happened to work fucking perfectly with everything else going on.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think Garrett's not going to make waves about this. He is going to be expressed to Erwin that there's likely more going on, but it's not about us. Whatever else is going on, it probably is not about Salisbury.
Probably, yeah, that's fine.
But
I wasn't, avoiding a huge battle another year isn't exactly
another year with the kids before they're donning their armor and going off to brutalize Saxons themselves.
They grow up so fast.
Okay,
so fast.
All
right.
Sorry, back to the cards.
Yeah, back to my cards. The other one is a drinking contest, which we're only on the second round of the feast, so probably not going to choose that one. The passion one, I'm tempted to take because I've taken this one twice and failed it twice, and I need redemption here. I think I need redemption on this one.
This was tested your love of your wife.
Twice. I fought that.
Yeah, and you got owned.
Shit ass twice and lost to him twice. So I'm gonna choose that one. I don't know. I'm not testing love of Elaine again.
No.
The cheap thing would be to go for honor. Well, no, it's important to me, and I haven't tested honor in fucking forever.
It's true. I feel like a test of an honor is a good one.
Yeah.
Is it that's the spreadsheet. That's not what I wanted. What is their name?
Don't think it's Beryl again. I think I'm done with Beryl. Even
No,
if he
I'm
tries
thinking
to
about
attack
remember that old or way back in the day, there was that guy who beat you in the
the young kid.
the young
Yeah,
kid.
the young Gareth. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that kid. Oh shit. And that would be someone I wouldn't mind dueling again.
Yeah.
Okay. So what does he provoke me on? A fellow guest says you lack passion. So do I lack honor?
Yeah, I think he's flexing on you about being like, oh wow, you like so much for your like group over there. Just letting the church all appoint people.
Yeah.
Basically calling and he's offending your all's efforts.
Okay.
It must suck most of all since it was kind of your idea. And yeah, so you don't let it get to you.
Yeah. I'm just like I would no more explain honor to you than I would explain water than I would explain air to a fish.
I feel like that's the only like snide thing you have to say.
Yeah, and that's it. Just like quietly, not bellowed out for everyone to hear.
No.
Not getting into it with you, little shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll be handsome and successful on your own time.
Love it. Love it so much.
Dope.
Very dope.
Drawing this year or this round.
Okay.
Let's see what we got.
Ooh, what do you got?
Odds shine upon you. The powers above shine on you, and everyone sees you in a different light. Keep this card. Gain +5 to this always happens. The last
right.
one.
It's literally the last one.
Right. Keep this card +5 to courtesy, dancing, flirting. Get extra geniality for each one of those. I would
be
otherwise.
Great to have
Right.
early.
Would have been great. Rule spiritual. Okay.
This is the Super Mario Star Power card.
Right there at the end. Okay. That would have been a nice one. I like that. +5.
More
More food. Temperate versus indulgent. Another platter of food. This has gotten Erwin in trouble several times, but even though he's not indulgent.
And bringing out, you've heard rumors that they got
those eels.
pasties.
They got those eels. And then mistaken identity.
Hey, it's the last eels you're getting out of the Tims for a while.
Real though, right?
Mistaken identity be interesting because modesty used to be your notable trait.
Yeah, I think it's sitting at 15 now, so it's not like.
Oh, someone thinks switches you with Gareth because you're together all the time and thinks you're the savior of Salisbury.
Right, so
Gareth is like across the room, like.
Wait, someone's talking about me. Possibly.
Wait. Okay, yeah. Modest versus deceitful. What's deceitful? 10. I kind of like that one just because, like, yeah. All right. The other one's +5 is not going to do any good. I'm going to go with mistaken identity here. Modest versus deceitful.
Yeah, some night
being mistaken for Gareth.
Yeah, exactly. Some night with that frame.
Okay. Oh, fails modest. Passes deceitful.
Deceitful wins.
Deceitful wins.
Check deceitful, dude.
Did you check deceitful?
Right, I love it. See. I fucking
check
love it.
Deceitful. You don't correct.
What does that look like? Yeah, he doesn't correct. Okay.
God.
Oh God. Oh, okay. It's the guy's like, it's you, the savior of Salisbury. You've done so much, and it's like, oh yeah, I guess that could apply to me.
I guess that could be me. Like, it's
and then at the very end, he's just like, so
the way
Gareth.
You dueled, yeah, you, yeah.
The way I dueled,
like you dueled Satirius' champion. That was so cool. Like at the very end of it, they throw it in there, and you're like,
yeah, he's like,
good job.
Yeah, I just don't think he just doesn't correct him because it's. I don't know who this guy is, who this knight is, but Erwin's over here wheeling and dealing. He's gossiping. He's intriguing. He's moving about the thing. Somebody
Maybe
comes
it's
up to him.
All
and
of
is like,
which only reinforce you being
only
Gareth.
reinforces right. Gareth is the one sitting down talking
Gareth
to
is
people.
off to one side, like quietly, like defending his honor to some shit stain.
Right. Erwin's over
Hasn't
here
bashed
glad
anyone in
handing.
the face.
Meanwhile, you're catching
Meanwhile.
all of it.
This
Good
is
stuff.
exactly
Okay.
what I hoped for when I put Erwin at the front of this fucking confederation. I love it so much.
That is very good.
Very good.
Jim
All right.
never disappoints.
Select deceitful. Oh yeah, yeah. It would do some good if this guy thinks that. You know,
I know.
let him think that.
Yeah.
All right.
He's praised me, and why shouldn't I keep
Get that
it?
geniality.
Sure.
Okay, it is geniality. Just go blank. Blank.
Third round, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, that was the first of the third round. This is the last of the third round.
Yeah.
Okay. No host cards. Nice. A
Amazing.
chance encounter. Beautiful lady whispers in my ear. More food. Gossip. Ooh.
Overhear some interesting conversations.
Yeah. I like a chance encounter. I think this is Angarad being like, why don't we leave early?
Oh shit! You want to go to the stables? You want to ride?
Yeah. And
I kind of.
here's the thing.
Yeah, they like grab your arm. I kind of feel like riding, and like doing that like rubbing your arm thing.
Yeah. And here's the thing. My chaste is pretty high. Gareth
Yeah.
Gareth has quietly become a
And you also just
very
like defended your
chaste guy.
You also defended your honor. You're like, you're not really, maybe not in the mood. And they're,
So
yeah, not really.
chaste.
You're good.
Ooh.
Lustful fails.
Lustful fails, yeah. So
You got it. +3 geniality.
oh my god, I wasn't even looking at that. I was looking at the idea, the getting another kid out of this.
Yeah.
Plus Eugene, yeah, fuck yeah, I'll take that. Why not?
Oh, yeah.
These three, Waka Waka. I think instead of going to the stables with them,
Well,
I just like get up and give him a beautiful chaste smooch there in front of everyone, and then
very
sit
chaste.
down and very chaste. Like, my beautiful spouse is handsome in form and mind. I just wish to enjoy the rest of this feast with you. And they're like, fuck. All right. Okay, I guess.
Erwin, I saw Erwin over there. They point over.
Oh. Sorry, that's didn't you know that's Gareth over there? Savior Salisbury, according to that drunken night.
Oh, well, forgive me, my lord. I must have had a mistaken identity.
Yes.
They play along with you perfectly, right? They're like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like they're blowing it off, but they're obviously disappointed and they can't really feign it. I would,
well-
everyone would be disappointed in that situation. If you're not, you're
Sure.
a liar.
That's true.
But
But you know what?
they-
Can't get
they're-
this honey dick every day.
no,
That's
and
the facts.
they're a good sport about it, right? We all gotta carry our weight.
That's a lot of geniality.
That's a lot of geniality. Let's do the calculations. Tell us your final moves. I feel like you probably have to give some sort of like speech or whatever. You don't have to declare it, but that sort of like ends up being after you go round up some other people, and that's sort of the rest of the geniality.
Yeah.
Why do they do this?
Okay, so my finals was 50 from the 3 rounds plus the 2 rolls.
That is a full 100 for
One
me.
hundo.
Yep.
Nice.
You got the full hundo.
Full hundo.
What an experience.
Because
card.
every single card I picked up added a geniality. So it's 3 rounds and 3 cards. It's 6 right there, and 2 of
And
the cards
then-
gave bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Cool. Okay. The feast is over.
Wires.
We have to choose our squires. I have 4 squires. 5 squires for you to choose from. First off, the first one up, Gorthrin, Erwin's firstborn.
Aw.
Gorthrin is a big boy. He is just valorous, but also a little he's cruel in the way that he's not merciful, and that or I guess I should say vengeful. Is probably the better term. Obviously the bullying has left a little bit of a mark to him.
Sure. He's not squired to Sir Marjorie anymore?
He wasn't squired. This is his first time squiring.
Okay, I guess I thought...
You may have had an agreement to squire him.
Oh.
Marjorie.
Yeah, I wrote in 500.
Then you have 4. I was right. Never mind. Okay. Did I mess up? Did he age out last year?
I in 501 I have squired to Sir Marjorie of West Lavington. It would be 2 days hard ride.
All right, that's my goof. You have 4 squires to choose from. You have another.
Lame to end up with your dad as this person you squire for.
You would be forbidden. You can't squire in the same one.
I would teach him how to be.
But
really
Gareth,
cool.
Gareth could squire him, and that would be very interesting. Imagine playing this. Oh God, yeah, your next character ends up being the squire to someone else.
Could, because then he'd know that Erwin, every time they go into battle, he'd be looking at my squire instead of what he's supposed to be doing during battle, right? Sure. What dad isn't going to try and look out for their son when he's right there in the same dance?
I know, it's what makes it so good. You can flex. You have the clout.
No, I'm not doing that. Gareth knows he's got to do his own thing.
Okay, and that's why we play the game. Cadlo, not the other Cadlo. This is a different Cadlo. Cadlo as in not Sir Freyd's son.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Cadlo is a pagan knight with tattoos. He has very strong, sexy main protagonist vibes, but that pretty much ends there because everything else is kind of average.
Yeah.
But they are quite the sight. They are good looking. Cadlo, pagan knight with tattoos, sexy main protagonist vibes.
Pagan cat. Okay, you're typing it. Yeah. Good.
Okay.
Gweneby is a non-binary knight. They are athletic. They have a lazy eye. They are fucking absolutely jacked. They also love talking. They will talk about anything and everything all the time. They also have a reputation of being a little whiny.
Strong contender there.
Very strong. Well, you haven't heard the other ones.
Good. Can't wait.
All right, Luelu. She is thin with an impish face. She has a squeaky voice. And she's extremely bitter. She's a very high cruelty. You have Tellery. Tellery is also completely jacked, has a stuttering voice, and is very cautious and modest. A little bit of Gwaednerth vibes. Only way more jacked.
And Gwaednerth turned out
so
fantastically.
Tremendous. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Gwaednerth is now a bachelor knight in Sarum. Looking for a house.
Yeah. So we're doing like the
trying to get that.
We're doing the horse trading thing where they're lined up. We're all like talking amongst ourselves.
Yeah.
I think Gareth is with Erwin. Like, I think I'm finally at the age where I wonder whether or not I want a project squire or if I just want someone who's going to make my life easier.
I will juice this up because you're supposed to have another option. You can we can do random, but what rolls is what is
the random.
Or you embrace chaos. And what you get is what you get.
Dangling that in front of me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Okay.
Which is another one on the sushi tray of the conveyor belt.
What do you think, Owen? I think Lueo has quite a bit to learn. And were I younger, I would not hesitate to take them on.
Certainly.
Teleri, I would barely notice going about their business. But is that what we're supposed to do as knights? Like easy squires?
Not to. That's not the impression I get. No. What are you going for then? You don't want a project, but you also don't want someone to stay out of your way. Talker.
All of these squires are going to think you're boomers.
Yeah. We are.
Gareth is going to go over. He's got energetic 19. He's going to choose Luello.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That high cruelty is going to be a fucking challenge.
I know. I cannot wait. Oh, that's so good.
It's okay.
Let me mark that in my notes. I will create a token for them for next session, I guess. Squire. Live.
I think I like Winneby.
Yep.
I like that they're talkative and kind of whiny.
Yep, they're going to talk to you all the time. They're going to ask you so many questions.
Whereas like Teleri, who's my other sort of like too cautious and modest. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I feel like part of the experience of being a squire is being with someone who's very different than you are, having to deal with someone who's very different, serve them.
You want that challenge?
Yeah, Talari would be the easy choice for me because I just teach her to yell a lot like that. There we go.
Sure.
And
What I'd be worried about is like if there's someone who's cautious and modest, and then Erwin might get overly cautious and overly modest, and having a squire kind of like keeps him on his toes. I think I'm gonna go with Winneby.
Winneby, yeah.
Winneby.
Loves to talk. You're gonna learn how to speak up, and they're gonna learn how to shut the fuck up.
Yep, they are going to run their mouths.
And so Gwadenerth doesn't have a house. She's they're a bachelor.
Yep, Gwadenerth is a bachelor knight. They live at Sarum, like they live in the hall, right? Lady Jenna pays their expenses, and they're just part of their retinue, right? They are as it is true for all bachelor knights that are unlanded, you are forbidden from marriage, which is why you are the bachelor knight. You earn that stuff.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
There's a lot. That's why there's a lot of bastards running around all the time.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Because they literally do forbid you from marrying. Because obviously loyalties, things change, etc. They want to keep you. They lose that leverage, you know.
The real challenge of the squire I chose is pronouncing that name all the time. Luello. My mind just loses it at that many like vowels in a row.
Yeah.
Where are they? Do we know where they're from?
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'll give you one. Does Piton?
Titan. I said that so confidently.
Yeah, there's Piton. Piton's between Duplan and
Yeah.
Oh yeah, cool. It's on the main road towards Camelot. Sick.
Is that mine or Jim's?
Oh, that's yours. Is Luello. Winneby.
Luello.
Till's Head.
Ooh.
Middle of nowhere. That's the city or a town up north of up Avon.
The fucking sheepdog. That's where he's from. He's the other Amig.
Yeah.
No,
not Amig.
Something. Shit.
Elad. Yeah.
Elad.
The marshal.
Every time.
Yeah. How old
Elad.
is he?
He's
Dude, he
ancient,
survives every fucking survival role.
Yeah, he's the sheepdog. I aspire.
It's immune.
It's an honorary winterborn gunnet with that attitude.
Absolutely immune. Meanwhile, like stupid little like frayed like dies randomly rolling ones. I got a lot of your family as rolling ones because I didn't actually filter my list this go around, Jim. Like I had so many of your family show up as ones, but I was like, oh, they're immune. He rolled for him. So good job.
Yeah.
Good hustle.
I take to rolling my household nights at least.
Of course,
they live
as you should.
Roof.
Yeah, they are yours. Yeah. Okay.
Sweet.
Nice work. But I do have sad news, and that is it is true. The rumors are true. Pedrog has passed away.
Oh no.
The Saxon turned adventurer.
Wow.
Also in his prime.
You
Yep.
hate to see it.
Yep.
Truly.
You honestly do hate to see it.
All right. Do you have any goals or anything you want to do this summer? It's going to be a quiet year. You all are free to do as you may.
Building the
Development
show.
roles. That's right. I literally have that in my notes. I forgot to. Literally, the first thing in my fucking notes is that. Hilarious. Erwin, you also need to roll investments in development because you were doing something, or was it Gareth?
I haven't built anything in like 3 years.
Oh, but you didn't roll your investments from the winter phase, so like you didn't tell me whether your apiary got money, etc.
Oh, it got 1. It paid for itself. It didn't get any more than that.
Oh, okay.
What's my
Oh.
treasury total at the end of the year?
I'm about to give that to you.
apiary makes money.
I have $15 as expenses for you this year. Don't know why.
For Erwin?
Yeah.
What do he be buying? He's repaired all the arms and armor that he's had. He's not building anything.
Was it just a bad harvest? No.
Then I
it's
also
not.
have -5. No, that can't be it.
Is
I don't know why-
-5 from divvying out treasure or something? Why
Think
would that be
so.
-5 from you?
I don't know. I have money from raiding, from savings, from the unicorn trophy.
What do you do with the unicorn trophy? Do you save it?
For now? Yeah.
I still have a shit ton of like literal treasure buried under my house right now.
Yeah, I've got
You
some
literally,
too.
yeah.
It's like 300 Libra worth.
Oh yeah.
I forget my exact. I keep meaning to ask how many Libra so I can add that to my notes because it's actually important when I eventually dig that shit up in 2 decades.
Well, I remember you paying. No, did you? Okay, so maybe not. I don't know why I have expenses. I have expenses written here 15. I literally, and if we literally all don't remember why, then
yeah, I can't think of anything he would have spent money on. It's not in any of my notes.
Then I also have expenses 5. So whatever. Okay, you're at 28.
Okay.
Shoulder 28. Final score.
That's more than I thought.
Colin.
Yes.
Gareth, you see, what did you crit failed your peasantry, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's fine. Okay. Well, but you succeeded at your stewardship, right?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So it was normal lifestyle results for you. Do you want to live at normal?
Yep.
Raised you better than that. Okay. That costs you 0. Improvement expenses. That's defaults to 2. Did you build something last year? Did you go back to 3?
I fixed the Tower of Elaine, so I paid.
Goes back to 3.
Half. Yep. So it costs 5 to fix, I think.
Yeah, and then you're gonna gain 4 for improvement income, 2 for the apiary, and then you didn't fix the dovecote, did you? No, the apiary got destroyed. The dovecote gives you. So you don't have to roll for apiary. Your apiary is destroyed.
No, I fixed that last year.
No, remember the apiarist was the one who was like leading the bandits.
I fixed.
That was the dove
last
year.
Yeah. I haven't fixed the apiary. That's still destroyed.
Right, so you have to roll for the D2 because that's for the apiary income. The dovecote's fixed.
Dove is automatic too. Got it.
Yeah, that's why I was asking. Okay, so no, it's an automatic 1.
Right, it pays for itself.
Oh yeah, it's 2, but it produces. Yeah, sorry. Yes. 3 income from that miscellaneous income. Well, you always get your additional 1 for the year. You fixed. I don't have any expenses for
Elaine's,
the tower.
Fixed the tower, which cost 5.
I must have put Shoulderton's expenses for you. That's what I did. Okay. At the end of the day, you gain $1, so you actually went from 38.5 to 39.5.
Oh yeah. Rolling in it.
Yeah.
That's fine. And so, yeah, well, I want to get a head start on this.
Oh, absolutely.
Tablet. I don't know how much that's going to cost, but I'm going to set money aside.
It's going to cost you 6.
6. Done. I'll go down to 33 and get started on it.
Mm-hmm. So I'll put that down for this year. Expenses 6. Chalderton. Do you have any plans for building this year?
No, nothing I'm building.
Nice. Okay. All right then. Cool. Sorry about that. Okay.
Nice.
So now you have money. What are your all's plans this summer? Because again, basically it's quiet year. They're not, they're warning you not to do anything. Just hang out.
Yeah. I think
plenty of intrigue to do. Plenty of funerals. Plenty of just stopping by people.
Got funerals. We need to head on. I think Gareth wants to find a way to ingratiate himself in with the church. Right? Irwin's had Father Tathan for fucking ever. I have a very new priest who once lied to me about dreams to get on my good side.
Yeah.
So
he's not very new anymore to you.
He's new to me still. I go to church every Sunday. We don't talk. That's Gareth. So the question is how to do that.
And you make friends.
I wonder. He's literate. That's like a thing. Knights don't know how to read and write by default.
True.
Almost every single priest does, though. Right? That's part of monks mostly, but also priests.
Correct. Priests especially are all literate.
Right. They've got the book. I wonder if I butter him up with like trying to get someone from the continent to come and teach him a little bit about mixing colors for illuminated manuscripts.
And that good vellum pages to write on.
Yeah. Be like, have you ever wanted to make your own purple? That would be very expensive.
It would be.
And the problem is, I don't know if this is an intrigue thing. I don't know if he's a good vector for this particular bribe.
Well, this sounds like an intrigue test. Is this a good vector?
True. Is this a good vector? Hell yeah.
I love the idea. I love the approach. I love the creativity. Let's see if it was effective. Okay, or how you would know. Yeah, so you would know at the beat that this would be a pretty like limited effect.
Okay.
He is not one for vanity.
Yeah.
But your success would also tell you and indicate a path towards success, right? For your roles. It would be more riskier because you know what he wants more than most though is that he wants power, right? He wants more control and less of the material like aesthetics of illuminated manuscripts.
Clout. He wants
clout. Yeah. You might be able to meet him halfway of giving him money. Because that could like fuel endeavors in a way that illuminated manuscripts can't, right?
If he wants power, if he wants clout, here's what I do. I essentially host like a priest convention for him, right? Because these priests, right, they're these theological and liturgical tracts that get put out by the church, and they get disseminated, and like these priests have to learn them, and they have to discuss them with each other so everyone's on the same page. I would imagine it's a feather in one's cap to host other priests to have these important to be like, hey, we just got in the new papal bull, let's read it together and have a chit chat.
Yeah.
And right? And I'm sure this is something that the church already organizes for themselves, right? They may go to Amesbury Abbey or something to do that.
Yeah.
But this would be like, hey,
Complicated.
other local priests come to my boy here, and he's got you covered with his take on the latest hot goss coming out of Rome.
All right.
And that way, what I'm doing is I'm letting him feel like he's got this power, but it's also dependent on his relationship with me.
Right. And I think he might see it as a way of him getting up and coming as sort of like the religious figure of this.
Yeah. He's gonna be a theological scholar,
His
not just a priest.
His fortunes will rise and fall with the born. Right?
Yes. Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Kind of how you're aligning it.
Right in the ego. Just massage that ego.
Okay.
Full mouthed.
He's tentative. There's a reason why he's out here, and there's a reason why he's not, he was young and he's kind of annoying, right? He won't make a great leader. He will require coaching. He will require him to learn a little better, more of the skills of oration and leading discussion. Can you test, or you don't have to test oration for me. You might be able to test a trait, but test what sort of advice, what sort of lessons would you give someone who needs to learn these sort of leadership skills? He's like, well,
I'm tempted to say honesty. That in the same way, like being a leader is putting on a kind of performance, but that performance has to be you, right? You are still performing you. It's not a totally different person. If you try to be a totally different person when leading, they will see. So it's like pushing this idea of like, you can't be yourself, because if you were yourself, your hands are always clammy. Like that, we're not getting around that. But you also can't not be you. Find the you that is most presentable and put that front and center. You're not being someone else. You're just dressing yourself up in the manner you need to in order to be a leader.
I will have a great liturgy available on Pentecost. Thank you.
So rolling honest, or am I not rolling?
Test honesty, see how it goes.
Yeah.
You just crit it? No, 3.
No.
Okay, cool. Yeah. All right, he won't go overboard. But he feels inspired.
Good.
The tongues of fire have been lit. He can do this.
Gareth is going back and talking with Angerat, be like, I see why Elaine did this. This is thrilling. Manipulating people like this, my God. I think I do want to go for a ride now.
I've never wanted to commit murder before, but they just like, I'm glad I'm interested in seeing where this goes. Angerat's like even like pretty like Christian. It's just this guy's just so annoying. And
I never asked for him. Like,
yeah, and it's like it's like literally their burden, like their biggest burden is when you leave and like having to deal with this guy all the time.
What is his name? Can we have a name for him?
It's Tyrmor.
You did tell me that, and I've just never bothered to remember.
It's that forgettable. He also has a portrait. He has kind of like long wavy hair. I have the wrong thing open. It's not this one either. It's not this one. Okay, sorry. Oh, one of these days I'll find him. There he is. There's our boy. Showing to the screen. Show it to the stream. I'll bring you all here.
Oh gosh.
Here you go.
Oh no.
In the bottom left.
I don't know. He looks like the worst parts of Adam Driver and Pierce Brosnan smushed together.
Yeah, exactly. And he has a very annoying voice. And he just seems like smarter, like he's just better than you all the time. He has this sort of like, yeah.
Rough.
Can't all be winners.
That's true. Oh.
Cool.
Right.
So that's gonna probably cost you, not in terms of time and money. Let's say this is going to cost you at least to do this and get it set up, regardless of success or failure. It's going to cost you 3 yearly payments of 5 Libram.
Ooh, 3-5.
So like
15.
each year, it's costing you.
That's not much more.
The reason for that is
cost.
True. And the reason why I consider it that way, it's basically to get the engine running and getting the circulations and stuff going is why it's going to cost 5, especially in this economy.
What if I did host a feast for the like just roll it into the cost of the feast?
I'd allow it.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll do the feast next session.
Jim, I don't get to draw cards at my own feast, but I
know.
You're
gonna get that glory though. Jim, what about you this year?
So some things on my mind for Erwin. One of them would be just meeting Sir Kenrain and getting a feel for what they see their position as. Like if they're just like, yep, I'm the overseer, welcome to the neighborhood kind of thing, or if they're like standoffish and confrontational.
Right.
That might determine what he does next, because he does want to like accommodate because he doesn't really have the power to oppose.
Right. Well, I think the first thing he's going to do is like, well, as your neighbors and such, I think the first thing he's going to do actually though is offer you we have to discuss this blackberry bush situation, right?
I actually was
or like
looking through that.
You push that.
It's Sir Myth that has the blackberries, because she's the one that actually has the manor that neighbors Cholderton.
Oh, that's funny.
I was looking through
Boscony.
Like, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So I don't think Erwin's going to press that, because
got it. All right.
That's her manor now.
Yeah.
He built his own field.
Cool. Well, you have to discuss things anyways,
Sure.
and I think the obvious way he's going to frame it is that you should come with him to church sometime. And like as you're in church, he's going to kind of measure each other's spirituality here. So I want you to test spirituality. He wants to get the spiritual measure of you.
Sure. All right.
Well,
10-10, spiritual, worldly.
Look at that spiritual. You don't have to test worldly. It was just testing spiritual, right? So he is not hostile. He is certainly friendly to you, and he leaves nothing more than it kind of leaves you this sort of like he is going to continue to judge you sort of look. He knows he is here. He knows his role in this. He's not pretending that he was here legitimately or not, right? Sure. And he might even tell you this as you're leaving church. And he's like, well, you may not be a priest, Sir Erwin, but I kind of like you, and I kind of have a little bit of a confession to you. Nudge, nudge. Look, I know how this goes. I am as much a pawn in someone's game. I am merely the one who dances, not the one who plays the tune here.
Interesting.
I do not want to get off on the wrong foot.
Not at all. We're neighbors. The Confederation is simply a mutual aid. Come to each other's defense. Nothing more.
Yeah.
If you are ridden against, if someone raids you, we will ride to your aid. We ask the same of you.
Understood. Well, if you don't mind, I would like to maybe this fall, we could go ride around and I would like to get to know the area a little better, meet my other neighbors, and perhaps you could introduce me.
Certainly.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. And yeah, he turns out to be like an all right guy. He's kind of a stick in the mud, but
sometimes Erwin is too.
Yeah, and it's nothing that you agree more than you disagree. The only thing that kind of like you see that's not going to work is discussions of kind of religion and faith and stuff, and you end up kind of, you don't push the button, right?
Yes.
And he doesn't prod on you about it, right? Because you're sort of passing it on the radar that you're performatively as religious as him.
Right. And I think Erwin probably relies a lot on Father Tathan's interference for like his public religiosity
Yes,
versus
exactly.
his private spirituality. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's exactly. And right now he's playing off of your public persona.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know any better.
He doesn't know any better. Yeah. No, Erwin doesn't make a big deal that he holds these sort of beliefs in tension.
Yeah. So this year's going to be fine. By the way, Kerwin, what's his name? Cadlow. Cadlow. No, you're right. That his name, that the knight in the manor that is previously Freyd's of Idmiston is Kinrain. Cadlow is the son who's to inherit the manor. Mm-hmm. He is 13, so you have 2 years.
Cool.
Pretty much until he's going to get kind of quick promoted.
Yeah,
because they understand how this goes and they don't want to.
Sure. I didn't know that that was from the few years that the Grade and Freyd were married.
I honestly forgot too that he was offspring from it. I probably should have introduced that earlier, but so it goes.
Yeah. Because my impression was that they'd had like a childless marriage early on. He'd been caught, but I'm curious as what Lady Grade thinks of that. Like if that's her son, how she.
Oh, it was very much her son, but she doesn't get to see him that much. They probably like obviously talk and stuff at feasts in Sarm and things like that, but like it's not. Yeah, it's just not. They're not his kid, and he's probably gotten the worst of it. But like, now he's going to get more of the worst of it because now Freyd's not running coverage for him. Right.
This. I don't know. I'm not. I don't have a fully formed thought yet. I'm just more thinking out loud, so I'll save it for myself.
Jim, test intrigue for me.
All right, let's see this.
Yes, there is a certain there is certainly a greater than 0 probability that Kinrain might actually they might try to do. Between the church and people, they might actually try to get rid of him because like this guy's inheriting stuff. His dad and mom weren't together. Like it's just him. What they can handle one dude. They can handle a 15-year-old, right?
Right.
That he is. This intrigue test tells you that Cadlow is vulnerable. Right. Despite being a ward, basically. He is and by rights of having his manor bestowed to him in perpetuity by his pedigree, it's vulnerable. It can be taken from him, and he does not have a lot of recourse. He doesn't have a lot of friends, and his birthing and his parent status really screws that up.
Okay, so that's
especially in this one.
To go on.
Yeah,
right.
So just so you know,
because I think it might be. We could court some support from him or offer it to him rather. But he wanted to get to talk to Kinrain, and then Erwin wants to go raiding. I think maybe Marlborough.
Ooh, nice. We will raid Marlborough, and we will have a feast for next session.
Cool. Sounds good.
We'll do winter and move in right into 502 or 503.
Yeah.
Good stuff, y'all. 503. Nice work, everybody.
Excellent.
I love this game.
Nice go, team.
There's a lot going on.
There is a lot going on, and we play for a short amount of time each week. But you all are so great. We get back into it so quickly. As chat mentions, that could be a potential ally you could foster. Like if you took him under your wing, and all of a sudden,
that's what I'm thinking. Especially because it's like his mom's there. It's we're in the neighborhood. Like I don't know what sort of like animosity there might be, but I do think that Erwin would be like, listen, you're on your own. Your dad and I were friends. I'm married to your mom.
Oh, friends. Okay. Yeah, friends. Interesting. Yeah. But yes, exactly.
We did. We rode around all the time, right? Like, I don't think Erwin saw it that way, but his son doesn't need to know.
So Freyd wouldn't have called you friend, but you certainly were colleagues.
Colleagues, yeah.
You might have saw him as friends.
I didn't.
He never let he died with that grudge in his heart, man. He never let it go. He tried. Lord, did he try to let it go, but he never could.
He
Truly
never did. Does he still have a bunch of money hidden around his manor?
Maybe you should make a note of that.
It's a very the Anarchy question.
Yes. That absolutely. Go ahead and make that as a note for a possible adventure next session.
Yeah.
But yeah, remember he was stashing shit away?
He was stashing shit
good note,
away
man.
not that long ago. Yeah.
That's a good ending note. Colin, take us out. What are you doing?
What's up? I'm Colin, Mr. Cool Guy. I play in this. I make some RPG stuff. You can find that at itch.io/phantomrollbooth. You can follow me on Twitter at Colin Like I See. I've also got a fairly new blog.
Blood. You got new blood.
I've got a
Sick.
new blog. The admixture of other means on Blogspot, because I'm basic. It's just that's a place for my wargaming type stuff and random thoughts and occasional design diary, I think. That's me.
Hell yeah. Jim,
Very good.
what are you up to?
I'm not really up to much these days, really, other than our YouTube channel, WebDM, which is where you can find me talking about D&D and other tabletop RPGs. We've also got WebDM Plays, which is where we archive all of our actual plays. That's a YouTube channel as well. And we've got WebDM Talks, which is our podcast. You can get like the podcast version of our YouTube video. Yeah, that's about it right now. Dark Eye. I'm at the Dark Eye on Tuesdays. You can check that out on our Twitch channel over at WebDM. And,
Definitely check that one out.
It's fun. It's really fun. 3D20 for every skill roll is a interesting but workable game system. So yeah,
watching Emma just get really excited about bureaucracy,
right?
Was so much red tape to cut through.
Right, so much, yeah.
Emma, I stand by this. I think Emma is one of the most proficient and awesome role players I think I've ever seen. Truly,
Yes.
like truly a sleeper.
Just such a great
incredible
lineup.
Yep. Yeah.
The power couple and Sharang.
Yep. Sharang, he's great. Yeah. He's just absolutely. He brings me out because I'm a very sit back and observe.
Does that with everyone. It's such a talent.
Yeah,
very good. Good to play with Liam too. We've had an international snack exchange, but this is the first time we've had a chance to play together. So very good. Good crew over there.
Nice. Beautiful. And then there's me. So yeah, I'm doing getting ready to do my Mordheim stuff this weekend. So there's still time to do that. Go to my Discord, hit me up about it, and I'll get you on the list and get all that stuff formalized. Still about to play some Battletech Alpha Strike and figure out how to make my Mordheim conversions into that rather than classic Battletech, because Alpha Strike's much faster. I don't know. I'm just obsessed with the war game stuff right now. That Pendragon. But last night, someone on Twitter was resharing an old thread about like the 5 most played game systems, and I realized that like Torchbearer is up there for me, and I started romantically looking at my Torchbearer books, and how I always want to play a Torchbearer kind of Ravenlofty kind of game. I think it would work really well with it, and I don't know, maybe that might come. I don't know. Games. Games.
Haven't even mentioned anything about Lancer.
Yeah, you didn't mention anything about Lancer.
I didn't mention anything about Lancer.
No. And then last thing is that off camera, I'm running a Burning Wheel game that you can hear me talk about on Tuesdays on my Twitter, where we're doing a magic college and they're trying to investigate some murders and stuff around a big old capital city. And they're running into like the Court of Miracles of this sort of like Dutch capital kind of city. And they're getting all their clothes stolen. So it's pretty great. Watching new players discover that like they actually don't have that much resources, and how to get resources together has been an incredible time. But romantically looking at the Torchbearer rule set again. It is a pastime of mine. Anyways, you're not here to hear me about that. You're here to watch Pendragon. So we'll get you out of here, and we'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.